Hi traders, this is Andrew and I'm going to show you an example of a bearish crab pattern. We first want to identify our key levels of support or resistance on the higher time frames. You can see we're currently looking at a daily chart, and if we just look at drawing our Fibonacci from the very high down to the very low, you can see we have this 79 level. We take a horizontal line, just drop it down towards the 79 area. See this level here holding us resistance, 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 and resistance once again. Look at the rejection in terms of the wicks here. So we identified a key area where price is likely to move or bounce from that area. Now if we move to the 4-hour chart, let's have a look at this area a bit closer. You can see nice rally up. Price started to slow down, and you can see the rejection. Look at the big rejection here. Starting to move down a little bit. Move to the hourly chart. You can see we have the possibility as well of a head and shoulders pattern. So we just draw this in for you guys. You can see this left shoulder. Possibility of the head, and you'd look up towards that right shoulder area there if you're trading the head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so just adds an extra bit of weight to this area. Just want to clear this off. Now if we move to a 15-minute chart and show you what's happening on this area, you can see this is that area we drop off from the daily and continue lower. If we have a look at this swing down on the 15-minute chart, you can see we've dropped, we've rallied, we've dropped, and now we're starting to sort of consolidate. If we draw a Fibonacci from the high down to the low, this is the swing we're looking at here. So if we sketch this in, this would be XA. Price rallies up to the 62. So when price rallies up or retraces to a 62% fib level and then comes back off it, you want to start thinking about the possibility of either a Gartley or a crab pattern. So if we draw our Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing low up to this high, and just trace this in for you, so you can see we've dropped, we've rallied, dropped again to the 79 level. Now what you'd be looking for is you'd look for a move to the upside. So you have a look at that 1618 or the 2618. That's the completion area for the actual bearish crab pattern. So we just highlight that. So you're looking about the sort of 65, 70, maybe just a little bit below 69 area, somewhere around there. Nice tight confidence here again. I like to reference the actual 1618 extension over the 2618 extension. So it's this deeper swing down. So if we label it with X, A, B, C, and we're looking for a rally now all the way up to point D. So it's a real deep move to the upside. What I'd also like to look at is this swing down. Just have a look to see where we are in terms of our major retracement levels. So we've got this retracement down, and you can see the 79 level is just above this area here. So as with the other crab patterns, I want a tight stop loss, because what you'll find is when these things work, they work pretty much to the pip. So we're going to look at a stop loss just above the 79 level, which will be about, let's call it 15 pips or so, and our target will be way down here towards this, towards the lows here, around the 886 area. So if we just follow price along here a little bit, we want to see what happens. So price starts to break above these highs. You can see it takes out the 79 level. I'm going to put an order to sell short. So put a new pending sell limit at, I wanted a few pips below here, so the area is about 69. I'm going to put it around 67. I always like to put the order a few pips above or below a level, of interest, and I'm going to use a stop of 15 pips. It's going to put us just above the 79 area, and the target I want down towards that 164.40 area. 164.40 is the target on there, so we place that in there. You can see our risk reward is about 127 pips for 15 pips, so very, very nice if it does work out. Once again, just recap: higher time frame, key area of resistance. Look at the completion area of this actual crab pattern. So if we just follow this along, okay, so the sell order has been hit. We just go to our open positions. You can see we've been taken in, currently about 15 pips up. With these kind of patterns, you really need to give them a bit of time to start working out. Look at the reaction off that area. Bang! Immediate selling pressure. And the first area you want to watch on these patterns is this level right here. You see this area acting as resistance. This is a level of potential support. You can see it actually bounced off that area about 20 pips before committing below and continuing. So once we get that commitment below, we can maybe start reducing some risk, but I'm not going to discuss the actual trade management just yet. So I'm just showing the actual pattern and how we go about finding it and trading it. So moving forward, you can see the pip count at the bottom there, about 70 pips or so up. Taking quite a while to start moving in our favor. So now we're starting to break down, and you can see we've now hit our target. So let's have a quick look at that. 127 pips from the initial entry down to our target. We'll just recap that. That was the bearish crab, found at key higher time frame resistance from the daily chart. Remember, we're not just trading a 15-minute pattern, it's the actual area, the completion of the pattern, that is the important part. Hope you found that helpful.